This week, the UK grapples with a confluence of critical issues, each casting a long shadow over the nation's future. The Supreme Court's verdict on the Rwanda deportation plan, the relentless cost of living crisis, and record levels of homelessness paint a stark picture of the challenges at hand. Amidst this turbulence, Kemi Badenoch's ascension to Conservative leadership and Labour's unveiling of their budget plans offer glimpses of potential paths forward. As the nation navigates this complex landscape, it's crucial to understand the implications of these events and their impact on the lives of everyday Britons. The UK Supreme Court delivered a significant blow to the government's controversial Rwanda deportation plan, ruling aspects of it unlawful. The plan, aimed at sending asylum seekers to Rwanda for processing, has faced widespread condemnation on ethical and legal grounds. The court's decision, while not a complete rejection of the scheme, throws its future into uncertainty. The government now faces the arduous task of addressing the legal concerns raised, potentially delaying implementation, and sparking further debate on its asylum policies. This ruling has profound implications for the government's immigration agenda. It raises questions about the legality and feasibility of offshore processing and highlights the need for a more humane and effective approach to asylum seekers. The government must now reconsider its strategy, balancing its commitment to border control with its legal obligations and international reputation. The Supreme Court's decision serves as a stark reminder of the importance of upholding the rule of law even in the face of complex political challenges. The cost of living crisis continues to grip the UK, with soaring inflation and stagnant wages squeezing household budgets. Food banks report unprecedented demand, struggling to keep up with the growing number of families reliant on their services. Low-income households are hit particularly hard, facing impossible choices between heating their homes and putting food on the table. The government's response to the crisis has come under intense scrutiny, with critics arguing that support measures are inadequate and poorly targeted. The situation demands urgent attention as the rising cost of living threatens to push more families into poverty. The government must explore all options to alleviate the financial burden on struggling households, including targeted financial assistance, expanded social safety nets, and policies to address the root causes of inflation. A new dawn for the Conservatives. Kemi Badenoch takes the reins. Kemi Badenoch's appointment as Conservative leader marks a significant moment in British politics. As the first woman of colour to lead a major UK political party, her leadership represents a departure from the party's traditional image. Badenoch's political leanings remain a subject of much discussion, with some commentators predicting a shift to the right and others emphasising her pragmatism and focus on economic growth. Her leadership could have far-reaching implications for the Conservative Party's direction and electoral prospects. Her ability to connect with voters, particularly younger and more diverse demographics, will be crucial in the upcoming general election. Furthermore, her approach to key issues such as the economy, social welfare and immigration will shape the party's platform and influence the national conversation. Homelessness at a record high, a crisis demanding action. The UK faces a deepening homelessness crisis, with record numbers of people sleeping rough or living in temporary accommodation. This surge in homelessness is driven by a complex interplay of factors, including a shortage of affordable housing, poverty, and cuts to social services. The human toll of this crisis is immeasurable, with individuals and families facing immense hardship and uncertainty. Addressing this crisis requires a multi-pronged approach, including increased investment in social housing, strengthened support services for vulnerable individuals, and policies to tackle the root causes of homelessness. The government must prioritise this issue, recognising the urgent need for comprehensive and compassionate solutions. Failure to act decisively will have devastating consequences for those experiencing homelessness and exacerbate social inequalities. Labour's Budget Blueprint, a vision for recovery and reform. Labour unveiled their new budget plans, outlining a vision for economic recovery and social reform. Key priorities include increased investment in public services, particularly healthcare and education, alongside measures to tackle inequality and promote sustainable growth. The budget also includes proposals for tax reforms aimed at ensuring fairness and generating revenue for public spending. Labour's budget plans have been met with mixed reactions, with supporters praising their focus on social justice and critics raising concerns about potential economic impacts. The proposals are likely to be a central point of contention in the lead-up to the next election, with both parties vying to convince voters of their economic competence and commitment to addressing the nation's challenges. The outcome of this debate will have profound implications for the UK's economic trajectory and the well-being of its citizens.